Do you think you might have been brainwashed?
I have not been brainwashed. Kill the girl, kill the girl.
Homer?
What? What did I say?
Church, cult, church.
Homer joined a cult. He actually surrendered his house to the church. So the Simpson family had to come and live in the church's reception center. Lisa could tell at a glance that everyone in the place was mind-controlled. Bart didn't care. He was going to play a prank, but he didn't expect to go in and come out brainwashed. At this point, the pastor was criticizing the cult. He was angry at the cult's use of wacky rituals and hymns to scam people out of their money. But the church's collection was a few coins. But the pastor was ready to change the offering plate. But the church's congregation was left with the Flanders family. On the other hand, the brainwashed believers were picking crops under the scorching sun. They had been promised a spaceship to Mars. At that moment, the pastor drove by the believers in his limousine. The believers had taken the mud that was splattered on their bodies as a blessing. Burns reads the paper and smells a business opportunity. So he starts a new religion and claims to be a god. But before he can receive the worship of the masses, the sudden burst of sparks above his head instantly exposed his disguise. Meanwhile, the cult is organizing a mass wedding. Single believers are randomly assigned a partner by the church. And of course, the church is offering classes. But the classes are mostly about the patriarch. And Bart has become a true believer in the religion. Lisa couldn't take it anymore. She raged against the whole dysfunctional education system. But she was then lured in by the teacher's promises of good grades. At this point, Maggie was also being brainwashed by the church. But the Simpsons' most brainwashed member of the church was Homer. When he saw Chengdu, who looked like a grandmaster, he would always enshrine it. Marge finally relented. She raged against Homer's behavior.